But we don't have to worry about any more Protosses. Not a single Protoss left in this tournament. We're in the grand finals. The players are bantering. That's how you know this is going to be a good one. The best of 5 KSL number 24 grand finals between Dragon Kitesy Gaming's Dark and the Shopify Rebellion's ByuN. Ancient Cistern going to be our first map. ByuN opening up with the 2 racks in the low ground wall. This is his bread and butter. This is his peanut butter and banana sandwich. Wasn't that the thing Elvis ate? I don't think I ever tried a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Bananas and peanut butter are good, though. I can imagine that on a sandwich they'd be good. What did I have a banana with that was really good? I decided to be healthy, and I got like a healthy cereal, and it was really gross. I don't even remember what it was. I wasn't a fan, but I ate it with a banana. I like sliced the banana up in it, and it was really good. And I was like, damn it, I'm an old man. I think it might have been Raisin Bran. No, it wasn't Raisin Bran. I don't know. One of those kind of cereals. So good with the banana. I was disappointed how good it was. What I'm not disappointed in is ByuN is going for the 3 racks Reaper. He's opening up game 1 of the grand finals with the aggressive version of this build. And I love it so much. Oh, this is so good too. Now, Dark's not sending his Overlord straight to the wall. So this actually isn't going to work out too well for ByuN. I love this move though. So the reason he's building this back here is because he wants to make it look like there's going to be a base instead of the depot, and that the add-on's going to fit here. ByuN's not putting any add-ons, though. He's not going to be doing add-ons for a very long time, if ever, in this game. Dark, he's scouting straight for the main. He knows what's important. He wants to keep an eye on this 3rd racks possibility, because that's what really makes a difference. He knows there's 2 racks in the walls. He wants to know about that 3rd racks, and he's going to find out that there is in fact a 3rd racks if he was paying attention to see that Reaper jump out. Already 2 Reapers here. Here comes the 4th one, and this is the telltale sign that now Dark needs to deal with. Just mass Reaper non-stop. He's just still got drones coming out though. I feel like Dark hasn't recognized this yet. Oh, I'm getting a little worried. This 3rd base is for sure gonna have to be canceled here. ByuN looking like he's going for the guaranteed damage of delaying that 3rd base instead of trying to just dive in and kill Dark. Dark's link speed is almost done. Still just Reapers on the way. But there is a command center finally started out for ByuN. So he does have a backup plan behind this. He's getting those add-ons now. So it looks like the last Reaper's coming out. A lot of lings being made for Dark. And I feel like this is the time where ByuN needs to pull back. There's so many lings out. Oh, let's see how the grenades go. He is on the ramp. Nice little position here, but the ling's going to get the surround anyways. More Reaper grenades trying to bop. He's trying to juke and jive. He's killing a lot of these lings. ByuN's Reaper control out of this world. Actually insane how he kept those alive. He did lose a couple, but killed a lot of lings. And that allows him to keep this presence out here until Dark makes more Zerglings. Dark does not want to make more Zerglings. He is very annoyed at this having to make more Zerglings thing. And he might be able to end up killing these Reapers, but now ByuN's had enough time. He's getting Marines out 2 at a time. He's got double reactor. He's got Stim on the way. I mean, ByuN's looking great back at home. Looks like the Reapers are finally going to meet their match with Link. Oh, look at this. They're even trading so well. Finding a little corner, bopping these Lings over and over again. Do the Reapers win this? Oh, I think 2 Reapers live. My God. ByuN taking insanely good trades right now. 6 Reapers did go down, but I mean, his 3rd command center is done. Dark's 3rd base, it's not even halfway. This is looking very, very good for ByuN. This is exactly what he's hoping for with this kind of opener. And it worked out beautifully too. Sometimes he commits harder with that, but he committed just hard enough to kill the base, get the guaranteed damage, forced Dark to build a ton of lings, traded well with them, but he didn't stay on the Reapers for too long. He transitioned to the Marines just at the perfect time that the Reapers were able to cover for the tech lab and the reactors being built. Now the Marines are out, killing an Overlord even, just adding insult to injury for Dark. And ByuN's just in a fantastic spot right now. Economically, he's, even in workers, he's up a worker on the Zerg. His third base was done earlier, so he's got extra mules dropping. He's got 2 medevacs on the way. As Stim finishes up, Combat Shield starts up. And ByuN's going to put the pressure right back onto Dark. Dark's still just on Ling Queen right now. He does have a good handful of Lings out, but Stim Marines are no joke. The Queens need to be in position to be able to handle this follow-up. And during this, ByuN should be able to just take his third base. God, okay. So Dark has stopped droning. I look back down at the worker count. I'm like, how is ByuN so far ahead? Now, Dark decided that drones are for lamos. And he's going to come in here and he's going to hit right at the time as this drop moves out. But ByuN, he's heading out with it anyways. He says, no, I need you to come back and defend. This is really good for ByuN. Yeah, this is so good for ByuN right now. He's not getting attacked on the other side of the map. The Queens can take out these medevacs, but I doubt they'll be able to actually get on top of them. So the Lings need to stay home and defend. And now Dark, he's like all in with a Ling defense. This is a terrible position for Dark, I feel like. He's so far down in economy. This third base might be in some trouble, though. ByuN, I don't know if he has enough back at home to defend it. Oh, my God. And the Ling's out of position. Nothing in the main base. The Overlord doesn't spot it, and Dark just taps right out. I think Dark had a grand plan for that, and it did not involve those medevacs getting to his side of the map. He wanted to pull ByuN home, and ByuN called his bluff. ByuN saw the Lings, boosted across. He said, no. I'm not playing this game. You can poke at my wall all you want with those Zerglings. You can delay my third base. But Dark put himself in such a bad position. He needed to do more than delay a third base. He needed to, like, kill a bunch of stuff. And he was not able to. ByuN's follow-up push just too strong. Really, off the back of the Reapers, Dark was in a terrible, terrible position. What an opening for game 1. ByuN's 3 racks Reaper build just crushing it. I haven't seen him do that one quite as much, so there's a few variations on his opening, which is the 2 racks in the wall, 3 Reapers, into a Stim Marine follow-up. That's like baseline. There is obviously the 3 racks Reaper, just heavier Reaper production. And even within that, I feel like I've seen him go heavier on the Reapers, keep that production up longer. In that game, it was just enough Reapers to kill the base, trade well with the Lings, and let those Marines start to come out. Another fun one, though, is the 2 racks into a 4-rack Stim Marine follow-up, which is just like trying to overwhelm your opponent with Marines. We'll have to see if that is what we get in this game. We're here on Royal Blood, game number 2, spawning in the upper right-hand corner, taking a quick 1-0 there. It is the Shopify Rebellion's ByuN. Looking damn good so far today. His opponent, lower left-hand corner, has had a strong day so far, but up against one of his toughest opponents yet, Dragon Kites's Dark. Oh, and look at that, Non-Inba in Twitch chat saying, everyone hit that follow button. Yeah, highly recommend hitting the follow button. I actually heard you will achieve your next goal in life, whatever that may be. You lose a couple of pounds, you know, maybe you're going to get that promotion at work. Maybe you're just looking to get into Masters League in StarCraft. Hitting that follow button actually helps towards whatever your goal may be. It's been scientifically proven by the most rigorous scientific studies. All right, gave you a second to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Both very important buttons. ByuN again going into the Reaper opening. This time it is just 2 racks. It's going to be a little bit less pressure of the Reapers on Dark here. Still very annoying to deal with, though. The quick 3 Reapers can be really annoying. You can't let your queens wander too far off creep, because one of them can get caught and killed by a Reaper grenade, bopping it out there. The Reaper's microing. Dark, I think, though, is going to be pretty strong against this. He's faced ByuN 1,000 times, and Maru, and Gumiho, and Cure, and all the Terrans in Korea that have adopted this build. It's been really cool to see the meta change. You know, we're in a place in StarCraft where we're not getting those big balance changes anymore. There's not big changes to the game. We get small ones like once a year at this point. We get small balance changes, but they don't affect a ton. They affect the way a few players play like one matchup. But it's interesting, like, there was no big change that allowed ByuN to start doing this. This was just ByuN spitballing some ideas and coming up with a build that was annoying. It put some pressure onto the opponent. Sometimes is able to get some damage done just with the 3 Reapers here. And then the follow-up into the Marines, into the stim. Very, very strong. He does have a 3rd Rex coming up to help support these units. Don't see a 4th one just yet, though. I don't think this is going to be that very committed Marine pressure out of ByuN. But no factory. So far, the Reaper's not really getting any damage done. Just poking and prodding at the Lings. Dark's 3rd base is going to finish up nice and tidy. Oh, ByuN wants to kill an Overlord. Ling speed is done. These Reapers need to back up. I don't think he saw that move out. Oh man, and this Overlord sees these Marines. His counterattack from Dark going to be very powerful. The Marines going to get caught with their pants fully down, trying to get back to the wall. Oh no, 2 more Marines pop out. 3 more Marines pop out on the wrong side of the wall. And there's no defense here. There is nothing to stop this Tech Lab going down. The SCV is getting pulled off the line. Can they repair this Tech Lab back up? I think they can. Yeah, 3 of them getting on top of that will be enough to keep it repaired up. But ByuN's going to have to pull SCVs to keep this wall repaired. Marines finally pop out to send those Lings away. The Reapers are like, oh, the Lings are all over there. I guess I'll hop up into the main, but they're not going to get anything done. They're just going to end up getting killed by the Lings here, it looks like. God, even with all of these Lings, it feels like ByuN's still able to make magic happen. How's this Reaper still alive? Finally, Dark gets the kill, but man, that Reaper lived like 30 more seconds than it should have. Oh, but that's not it, though. There's a follow-up. Roach is coming out right now for Dark. Where was that Roach horn? It is up here, and you know what? That Reaper that lived is so important. These bunkers are going down. ByuN recognizing what he's up against, and it's actually very important that Stim finishes up here. Those Lings not able to get that cancel means that ByuN's going to have that tool at his disposal. He's getting a couple of bunkers up, looking to put up a 3rd one as well right now. He's going to try to get some medevacs out. Those are going to be crucial to keep these Marines healed. They're going to want to stim a few times during this fight, and medevacs are going to be absolutely necessary. There's the first stim already. Runs forward. SCV's getting pulled off the line to repair as these vials are going to be going down on the bunkers. Trying to just knock them down. This is a lot of lost mining time for ByuN, but Dark is just on 34 workers. He's building 4 Overlords right now, which means he doesn't have any workers or any army coming out back at home. This is a big supply block for Dark. But he is going to just be able to morph more Ravagers. He's just got more and more units coming out. ByuN just trying to buy time, getting those medevacs out, trying to get a siege tank out. There's going to be enough files soon to take down this this bunker, but it's not there quite yet. 5 SCVs do fall, though. ByuN, again, he's not mining, like, at all. Nice evacuation of that bunker. Yeah, ByuN's mining is down pretty far in the dumps because he doesn't have any mining in his natural. But the Lings are going to dive in. Another bunker goes down. There's a big stim from the units. They split away from the files. I think there's enough Marines here for ByuN to hold against the Lings, but the Ravagers are still a bit of a threat, or are they? All the medevacs get filed down, but those are going to be the last files of this game. As all of the Ravagers go down, more Lings do show up. Are there more medevacs coming out right now? Oh, the Marines getting caught. I thought they were going to make it home. Looks like a few of them might be able to get out of there. Dark, though, he's losing a lot of stuff. A lot of SCVs did fall for ByuN as well, though. The worker count's very similar, and there's drones on the way out for Dark. So he's got a handful more units. Just going to keep kind of poking and keep ByuN home. But he is droning up behind this, trying to get some better saturation going. No third CC here for ByuN. He put all that money into the defensive bunkers, just trying to hold on. But he did hold. That was a very successful hold for ByuN. And I think he's going to be able to continue this game quite nicely. I do like the tank moving forward. Nice link split there from Dark. He's going to pull all those guys home for now. ByuN very worried about the counterattack, setting up those tanks back at home with the Marines coming out in reinforcements. But he's got the double drop heading across. Spotter Overlord going to die for its trouble, but at least it notified Dark that this drop was coming and allow him to get the units in his main in time. This is keeping Dark back at home, though. The worker count ends up even as Dark is just building units right now. He's going to start up a few more drones, but Dark's economy is pretty trash. That attack was very well defended by ByuN, and that put Dark in not the best spot. He's got low tech. He's finally getting into a lair, but it feels so late on a bad economy. His one saving grace is that ByuN's third CC only just started. Oh my god, ByuN. Whew. Thought he was sleeping on the job. He just did that for us. He left that for that extra second. He was like, oh, the medevac's gonna get hit. Oh, you never know. Scares me when that happens. Double eBay going down for ByuN. I don't think we have any upgrades anywhere in sight for Dark. He just doesn't have the economy to build a bunch of units and get into the lair and get into the upgrades yet. He's got the double Evo on the way, but again, his economy is just, it's in a rough spot. Honestly, I feel like he'd want a fourth base to be almost done by this point. But ByuN's pressure, Dark just can't really afford to take that right now. He's just going to try to get up to decent 3-base saturation. Dark has a very possible push in the near future. If he hits with 1-1, it could be very strong. Dark is finally going to get into his own 1-1. Not that far behind, actually. Not as far behind as I had expected. ByuN's going to be able to take this third base. It's not an orbital just yet. But I like that ByuN's out on the map with these Marines. There's no creep spread to clear, which is, I feel like, what we would usually see these Marines doing. Dark really neglected his creep spread to get that push going. But ByuN is still keeping that pressure on. It's kind of disallowing Dark from just counterattacking, moving across the map. But I feel like ByuN needs to put a little bit more pressure on. He needs to get in here a little bit. There we go. Finally goes for a scan, gets a creep to him, or at least there's that. Dark is trying to take a fourth base now. Couple drones gonna go down. Overlord maybe? Not even that. Just picks up, gets away. Couple of drones. I still like ByuN's position quite a bit. Look at that worker count, 59 to 57. Dark just not droning very much at all, staying on unit production. He's got a big beefy army, but it's a big beefy army of Ling Roach. And I'll tell you, I like Marine Tank a lot against Ling Roach. Big fan. Also, the mobility of these medevacs is fantastic. Dark's trying to get straight to a hive. Just straight into it. That lair super duper late, the hive immediately after. Hive probably quicker than most Zergs, even though his lair didn't start until like 8 minutes. But ByuN's pushing already. Now again, Dark has a lot of stuff. He's got a good chunk of Ravagers out. ByuN's going to need to be very careful about the Biles. Obviously, the Biles can take down tanks. But as I say that, the tank's already getting some good hits. The Marines stimming forward. Where are the Lings? The Lings need to be a part of this fight. They're way off to the side, but ByuN's getting some good engagements in the meantime, and he's putting some good pressure onto this base. Oh, looks like the Lings and Roach is going to try to wrap around. Some Marines are going to spot this, but they'll die for their trouble. Marines stimming backwards. Biles trying to take down the ones on the high grounds, trying to take down these siege tanks. The tanks will fall, but is it too late? The Roach Ling flank gets killed. ByuN is going to lose his force on top of the ramp finally, and Dark will be able to push this away, at least for now. doesn't quite get in range of that tank to finish biling it off. Another tank on the low ground over here. I think that one can get biled, but more Marines show up. And the Lings are all gone. It's just Roach Ravager. These Marines with 1-1 are feeling so strong against it right now. Oh, but there's enough reinforcements from Dark. He's so close to his base. Can he push this back? He's going to bile down one of the tanks, but he doesn't get the last bile. Finally, he gets it. More Marines showing up, but ByuN has to evacuate. The tanks get cleaned up. Finally, Dark holds on. He keeps this base alive too, and he's getting into Vipers now. He's got 2 Vipers out during all of that. Somehow, some way worked his way to Hive with that defense. Now his economy is trash. ByuN is taking a 4th base before Dark has any drones saturating this one. He sends a few over, but it's 65 drones to 73 SCVs. So ByuN's going to have the ability to just make a ton of units. But Dark's army starting to get a little bit more technical, right? He's got those biles. He's got the yoinks, the abducts from the Vipers. Scan sees the Hive. I feel like if you're ByuN, you got to know it's straight to Vipers. Dark likes to play like that. We saw that against Classic. Straight to Hive into those Vipers to deal with the big, heavy-hitting units that like to sit in the back of the army. And his control with these is usually impeccable. But a lot of bile on top of the ramp. Really nice Blinding Cloud there. Going to take down the sensor tower. And Blinding Cloud is actually so sick. Yoinks one of the tanks. Still got a Marine Marauder here, though. Lift on the command center. ByuN, I think we'll push this away, but another great Blinding Cloud. Marines trying to stim forward, trying to take down this Roach Ravager, but the Roach Ravager trading really nicely, killing a few SCVs. Nearly killed this factory, but at least stopped it from building any tanks for a while. 3rd base will re-land. 3 SCVs go down, but ByuN is still up 11 workers. Dark, in the meantime, trying to take the gold base. And he's just going to keep the pressure on, rotating around to the left side. One of the Vipers, actually both of the Vipers got targeted down. So no more Blinding Clouds and no more Abducts here. I think without those, I don't think Dark can push into this. But he does have a huge concave as he comes in from both sides here. Just the 4 tanks on the back line, still standing strong. This is a planetary down here, so it's going to be a lot harder for Dark to crack that area if he wanted to try to rotate around that side. The Marine Marauder fighting really nicely, and I think it just kind of scales a little bit better as this game goes on. Dark going to pull everything together. He's going to try to separate this army from the planetary. Do we have some repair on that planetary? Bile's going down. Can he take it out? A lot of SCVs going down. The planetary goes down, but at the expense of a lot of these Raptors. More Biles dropping. The medevacs pick up and get out of there. And Dark takes a very nice advantage, finally taking the economic lead as he kills that 4th base. He just avoids the tanks. Why abduct them when you can just avoid them? And now there's more Vipers on the way. He's getting back into those high-tech units as he keeps that Roach Ravager army strong. He's going to need them because it looks like ByuN's just going to go for a push. And I think this is kind of all ByuN can do here. No 4th base. He's going to float his main over, but it's going to get spotted, and some Ling reinforcements will try to beset themselves on those SCVs. Some Marines heading over there as well. The Biles keeping these Marines and Marauders back, but sending ByuN up towards this 4th base. A lot of SCVs going down trying to take this base. ByuN not going to be able to do that. He needs to finish off this base. He'll finish off that hatchery. Dark's economy, not exactly the best. He is mining from his gold base, but tanks are heading that way. The bio is heading that way. Where are the Vipers? I feel like those are crucial. They're on their way, but in the meantime, the bio continuing to trim off Roaches and Ravagers from this. ByuN's army is so powerful. 3-3 is finished for him. It's not even close for Dark. This is a huge moment. Blinding Clouds go down on the tanks, but both of the Vipers get taken down. The Biles land on a couple of those tanks. They only take down one of them, though. The tanks are going to be able to move forward. Still more bio here. The army supply is dead even. ByuN's economy still not great, but he is continuing to pressure forward. Just trying to reinforce as much as he can. No counterattack possibility here for Dark. I don't think he has any Lings left, so it's just the Roaches and Ravagers desperately holding on. He evacuates the gold. He's giving it up, knocking himself back to 3 bases. And also this position will allow ByuN to take this base very safely. Again, no Lings. Means he can't just run around and hit that. The Roaches and Ravagers are not fast enough or mobile enough to deal with that. The gold base goes down despite Dark's best efforts. He's going to try to take this base, But right now he is long distance mining. The economy here skewing back up in ByuN's favor for the first time in a while as the supplies, yeah, they skew in ByuN's favor as well. He's down a few workers, but he's got 4 mules on this base right now. He is mining a ton of minerals, and he's going to turn that all into Marines and Marauders and just keep this pressure on. I love the drop down here. It's so difficult for Dark to split these units off. Roaches are just not that fast. Not that great at dealing with this either. ByuN, I feel like he needs to keep the pressure on, though. I don't know if I like him rotating all the way around here. This could lead to an opening of a counterattack from Dark into this base, but I think ByuN's happy with what that base has mined, and now he just wants to keep this pressure going. Dark's 3-3, though, finishing up here. The 3 missile attack's about to finish, and that's going to put him on even upgrades. So ByuN taking a little bit of time there, giving Dark the upgrade, the even upgrades back. Lyle's trying to take down the medevacs. They've actually killed quite a few this game. Not a lot of roaches left, though. Where are the roaches? And it looks like Dark's 4th base again gonna get killed here. He's trying to rebuild one over in the middle. The Vipers come in. They don't have enough energy for spells. They drop 2 parasitic bombs. Oh no, I don't know if I like that at all. Killing medevacs here. There's 2 medevacs being produced at a time for ByuN, though. I feel like it's okay to lose a couple of medevacs. It's not the biggest deal in the world right now. These tanks, I feel like, are more important, but maybe Dark's just trying to get anything he can. At least this time he didn't lose all of his Vipers. He kept 1 alive. He's got 2 more in production, but his economy is just so bad. Again, long distance mining until the base is done. The scan sees that base finish, and ByuN's got to be feeling pretty okay about it right now. He's getting some ghosts out as well. That could be great for snipes, for EMPs on the Vipers, but also just snipes on the Ravagers. The Ravager count is up at 13, and a lot have died, but so far I feel like Dark's done a good job keeping that Ravager count up, and those vials have been so important. But as I say that, some huge tank shots on one side. He gets 1 tank. Oh, but so much more bios shows up, and I think this might be the moment ByuN overwhelms this Roach Ravager army, stims forward through the bios, and GG. ByuN takes the game to victory and goes up to match point in this best of 5. ByuN, I can't believe he broke through that game. That is insane. What a wild one. ByuN had an advantage there for a while. Dark took it back when he killed that 4th base. But again, the counterattack from ByuN just so strong. It actually reminded me a lot of what we saw when ByuN faced off against Hero, where ByuN took that economic disadvantage, right? Lost a bunch of workers, lost a base, but took a better fight because of it, and then just counterattacked and had too much. Dark held on for about 100 years in that game, but he was certainly on the back foot the whole time. He was waiting for one good engagement, and ByuN just didn't give it to him. Now we're heading into game 3 here. Neo-Humanity, kind of an interesting map, and actually I feel like Dark has had some really cheeky builds on this map, so I wouldn't hate if ByuN busted out something a little cheeky of his own. Like Dark, I don't know, I guess we'll have to find out, but he might have something up his sleeveys in this one. Game number 3, spawning in the upper left hand corner. He's gonna have to pull something out. His armies are gonna have to come out of his sleeveys in this game, because he needs to win 3 in a row here to have any hope of winning this KSL. It is Dragon Kites Gaming's Dark. His opponent in the lower right hand corner. In the red for the Shopify Rebellion, he's on match point. It's ByuN, and he is not building low ground barracks. Oh, never mind. He's building really low ground barracks. I really love this. So I was like, oh, Dark, he usually has some good builds on this map. I've seen him do some really, really sick ZVT builds. They'd be really good ladder builds on this map. And I love that ByuN's like, all right, Neo-Humanity is a map Dark he knows. I think he really likes this map. It's kind of a weird map, and Dark tends to like games that are in weirder positions. He has really good like sense of things once the game gets weird. That's why he's good in base trades. ByuN's like, all right, this is the map. It's time to proxy 2 rags. And Dark, he's going to miss the scout. I don't even think this Overlord sees it. Oh, man. Flare the bird. The bird. Thank you for the 44 months. My God. That's a lot of months, Flare. That's crazy. Thank you. Thank you so much. There's no delay. Feels no delay, man. Dark's going to realize this at kind of the worst possible moment here. He just didn't see this for so long. No Overlord at the front. Finally spots the bunker building, but he's going to pull the drones. It is just a 2 racks. Oh, but a second bunker goes down. That's going to just kind of gum up the works. He's trying to keep these Marines away, trying to bully these Marines away from the bunker. He's going to get the surround on 2 of them. Oh, yeah, okay. 1 goes down, 2 goes down. The 3rd one's going to die as well. The Marines pulling back. Now 4 drones went down. This is a ton of lost mining time, but a spine crawler is on the way. Lings are out. They're working through these bunkers right now. The drones have killed most of the Marines. The Marines have fallen back. Bunkers get canceled and salvaged. 6 drones going down, but it looks like Dark has held this. A couple SCVs did fall as well. This is a lot of Marines going down for ByuN. 2 more Marines going to pop out, but I don't really like these Marines popping out here. I feel like ByuN needs to lift these barracks and go home. And that's exactly what he's going to do now. He's got a command center in the wall. He's going to start another command center in the wall. ByuN's my hero. I guess this one isn't in the wall. I just love this so much. Dark's like, hey, what are you doing? Is there like a factory? What's going on here? Oh, the barracks dropped again. They're trying to build more Marines. The Marines trying to pop out in the spot with less Zerglings. You know what? They do a good job. Okay, ByuN gets a couple Marines out. I can't believe it. This is just beautiful. I don't think Dark ever spotted that other command center either. He has an Overlord somewhere, but yeah, it looks like it went down here. So he never spotted the other CC. There's no factory here. This is extremely greedy play out of ByuN. And I think what ByuN is saying is like, all right, I didn't get the damage I wanted to done. I think you're just going to expand and drone back at home for a while. And that is, Dark does that a lot. Sometimes he also just builds a Roach Warren and tries to kill you. It's kind of 50-50. It's hard to tell with them. But ByuN able to get a few Marines out, and that's going to be enough to allow him to take this base because, yeah, Dark, he did just expand and drone back at home, and he's got a great drone count. His economy's looking good. But ByuN's gamble is paying off right now. And unless Dark does something about it soon, and doesn't really feel like he's going to, there's no Ling speed here. He has no other tech structures. He's just chilling and droning, and ByuN is just chilling and SCVing. And he's getting straight into 1-1. Dude, this is so insanely greedy. This is like, if Dark does anything, if Dark just had made Zergling speed and a round of 16 Lings, the game ends. Like, ByuN's dead. He might stay in it for a while, but like, he's dead. But Dark, no Ling speed, no Lings out. Dark's was like, all right, I held that. I'm just going to be greedy. It's working out beautifully for ByuN so far. Now the Roach Warren is going down. That could just be Dark heading towards Roaches in the game. Again, there's no Ling speed, so Roaches seems good as anything else. ByuN going up to 6 barracks on 2 bases right now. No medevacs. This is going to be a huge follow-up 1-1 stim combat shield push. This is insane. I love ByuN so much for this. This is the kind of thing, I said it today earlier when Future was playing, but I feel like ByuN was also hanging out with Future in Platinum, like watching games. Okay, he cancels the last rack, so it's 5 racks, and puts down a factory. So he is going to head towards medevacs. If it was just 6 racks Marine production, that feels like a Platinum build. You know, like, oh, your proxy racks failed. Okay, time to mass 1-1 Marines and just kill this, like, low Diamond Zerg player. That's me. I'm the low Diamond Zerg player that dies to that build. I'm glad ByuN didn't do it, but I kind of wish we could have seen the balls to the wall Marine production. It doesn't have a lot of longevity, though. It's probably for the best he's not going for it. But his upgrades, I mean, his 1-1 is done. He's going to drop the armor. He's going to be heading towards 2-2. I would say quite a bit before Dark. Now, Dark is going for a 1-1 Roach Bush, it looks like. He does have a drone on the way, but I feel like it might just be Roaches out of Dark for a little while here. 4 more Overlords started up. His Roach speed's on the way. It's going to be a lot of Roaches and a lot of Marines. That's what's going to happen here. There's no tanks coming out. It's just Marines against just Roaches. Not even Marauders being made. ByuN has no idea what Dark is doing. He's finally going to see a Queen spreading creep. That's what he's got. That's his info right now. The Roaches have broken the rocks in the middle. Worth noting, Dark also has no idea what ByuN's doing. Not a clue. He can kind of guess. Both players can kind of guess. 7 more Overlords on the way for Dark. Yeah, I think he's just going to build pure Roach, and it's actually not too surprising on this map. He loves to just go for these like big Roach timings. Seen it plenty of times. He's gotten there in different ways in different games, but he loves to do it, and he's going to go for it again. This time with Roaches and Ravagers. Bunker's going down for ByuN. He's recognized something. I don't know exactly what. Oh, he sees this creep spreading forward.
Mineral field depleted.
He's going to find the Roaches now. Tries to stim away, but Dark is coming in. He's going to hit from a huge concave. 1 tank gets out, but it's pretty much just Marines here for ByuN to defend this. They are 1-1 Marines, but it's 1-1 Roaches as well. And the huge concave comes in. ByuN stims on one side before stimming on the other. I like the way he's engaging with this. Pushing away each side in turn. Not allowing these Ravagers to all group up together and just bile down each of the bunkers. Dark does get the tank. He does get the bunker that was in the natural wall. But ByuN holding on for now. He's going to be able to bile down this bunker very quickly. Takes down the Marines that were inside it as well. Marines trying to push him away, but the biles just kind of spread out throughout that Marine clump. Very difficult for ByuN to figure out exactly where they are. The third base gets lifted. Oh, the tank gonna get piled down with the Marines jumping on top of this, feeling like they can win the fight. They're going for it. SCV's getting pulled, but more Roaches show up. Dark is at 183 supply. And while it felt like ByuN started taking a good fight there, I don't think it's good enough. Dark's at 75 drones, and he is just holding the Roach key. Some Ravagers from the back will take down the siege tank. Another tank does show up. It does siege up, but it's not going to be enough. Dark puts a point on the board, takes down ByuN in game 3, and doesn't let it be a clean sweep. Whew. Yeah, Dark really loves those kinds of pushes on that map. I mean, in general, I think he loves those really aggressive Roach Ravager kind of pushes, but when I was talking about cheeky builds that Dark likes to do against Terrans, I have seen so many ZVTs go that way with him, where he just, it feels like he somehow, some way in the game gets himself up to 75 workers and then just makes as many Roaches and Ravagers as he wants. And the Terran can never seem to handle it. I don't know, and it happens on that map more than any other map. I really don't understand how it happens so often. It's an empty cup. Honestly, the water's almost empty too. Too much talk in here about StarCraft, which I guess is my job, so it's probably good, but I mean, don't get me wrong, Mass Roach, very strong strategy. Excellent strategy. We've seen it work time and time again for Dark. It can be a really tough thing to play, though. I mean, you have to, like in that game, you kind of have to overwhelm your opponent. When it's even, when your economy is even, when the army size is even, Roaches, even with good biles from the Ravagers, it's not quite as strong. And that's what we saw in game 2. That's why ByuN was able to take that one. He pretty consistently had even or better mining. Army supply was very, very similar. It just ended up being a lot of Marines and tanks against a lot of Roaches and Ravagers, and eventually ByuN won. But in that last game, that was not even supply. The first push, ByuN held on because it was pretty close. Dark just skyrocketed ahead. And I think that's what ByuN was trying to counteract by going for the fast 3cc, by going for the quick 1-1. But I don't think Dark hit quite as quickly as ByuN was expecting. I think there's maybe a version of that where Dark tries to do a 0-0 Roach push, no upgrades, maybe not even Roach speed, just Roaches and Ravagers, and tries to push through. That the 1-1 Marines like hold solidly and ByuN's ahead. I think there's a version of that happens, but that was not that last game. 2-2 was not done for ByuN yet. And that meant that this guy won. And we got to go to a game 4. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Babylon, it is, of course, Dragon Kitesies Dark. His opponent in the upper left-hand corner for the Shopify Rebellion, it's ByuN. Honestly, Dark has like a superpower where I don't know if I've ever seen a Terran hold like a Roach Ravager push from Dark when he's got a solid opening to back it on. When he's ahead and does one of those pushes, man, it just feels unstoppable. Maybe Maru can pull out a defense. But, I mean, we just saw ByuN, who I felt like was in a good spot, get smushed by it. The first fight felt close, and that was it. So, what Terrans can really stand up to it? I love ByuN so much. I don't know if this Overlord saw an SCV. It may have. This one is almost certainly going to see that barracks, but not for a little while. There's a potential problem here for Dark. And it is the 3 racks, so this is a bit more concerted of an effort. Jeez, by ByuN. It sees that, right? Oh, that's so close. It's got to jog a little bit to the left. No, no. Oh, man. It's so close and yet so far. He'll see it on the turn here, but that's just adding so many seconds to this. Finally spots it, but the bunkers are going to start going down. Drones are long distance mining. They're going to have to respond to this very soon. First bunker going down. SCV diving forward here. They're going to put down another bunker. The third SCV shows up. That's how Dark knows. It's definitely the 3 racks if he didn't already scout that over here, which he didn't. So it's good to see that third SCV. He knows what he's up against now. Ling's coming out. You have to handle the 3 racks differently. This is actually a really nice engagement for Dark. He's going to get on top of the Marines. Oh, no. ByuN may be making a big mistake there, but he was drawing everything away from the bunker. So I don't think it was a mistake. All 3 SCVs survive as well. They're going to repair each other up. Look at that group hug. It's a beautiful thing. And this hatchery already down. Close to half hit points. There are 4 Marines in the bunker. More Marines showing up. I love the creep when it gets on top of the Terran buildings. It's very cool looking. Dark, if he's going to try to crack this, I think he's just got to go with the Broodlings when they pop out, because this base is dead. ByuN has got a lot of Marines. He's going to pull the Marines backwards. He doesn't want to lose any Marines here. The Broodling's going to try to attack the SCVs. They're just going to group hug again. Repair each other back up. A third base is up and running, though. I mean, it's not mining or anything, but it is up. ByuN has no idea about that. I have no idea how Dark got that base completely up. Actually kind of wild. And this is really, really good for Dark, because he's going to have Lings to flank. He can catch some of these reinforcements, perhaps. And he's just going to dive on top of this. A couple Lings coming from the backside, at least drawing some fire. But they will go down. I think the SCVs all died. Marine's going to pop out of the bunker. They're diving forward. They want to get on top of this. Oh, the mule drop to repair. But the Ling's going to try to jump on that as well. The Queens dive forward. The bunker is going to go down. But now the Lings are all dead. The Spine Crawler is going to die. No transfuses left. It's just the 1 Queen. That Queen, can she target down 1 Marine? She gets 2. Good target fire from Dark. Gets those 2 low hit point Marines. ByuN now, I think, realizes this base is here. He sees the creep spread, and he's going to go down here and try to jump on top of this with the group of Marines. There is no bunker here, though. The Dark might be able to come down here and get something done. There's a decent amount of Lings out. Oh, those Marines find such a cute little spot between the 2 geysers. The Lynx from the main are so late. They're going to go try to catch reinforcements. They will successfully do that. The Queen's going to go down. All the Lings that were here are dead. The reinforcements go down, but it's a lot of Lings going down as well. The base is buttoned up back at home. ByuN's got a factory up, and I feel like ByuN is in a commanding position in this game. Dark, he hasn't gone into roaches. He doesn't have any gas yet. There's no lair behind this. There's nothing going on in that base. He was hoping he could hold on up here and keep this base alive. And it doesn't look like ByuN's going to let that happen. Base is down below half health, but the Lings are coming out. They're off creep, though. And the Queens, they can only barely help off creep, and I think that's going to be it. It looks like ByuN might win this with the proxy 3 racks in game number 4. Dark pulling it back only to get cheesed. Oh, ByuN. I mean, you gotta love him. Dark maybe doesn't have to love him, but we do. Dark is still fighting it out. He has not given up. The Lings are hitting the barracks right now, but I just can't see a way for him to come back after losing this base. The Broodling's going to help kill 1 or 2 more Marines. So the barracks, they're going to lift and go home. There's a CC back at home for ByuN. He's got double Hellion production. I mean, what does Dark have? He's finally mining gas, but he's on 18 drones. He doesn't even have a full mineral saturation in this base. Doesn't have any other bases. Even if these Marines all die, they're going to trade so well. Yeah, and that is unfortunately that. Transfuse is a pretty good ability. It's pretty good, but the Queen's going to go down. The Lings are going to finally clean up the last of this, and Dark is going to tap out as he finishes those Marines off. There's just too much behind it for ByuN. GG. ByuN wins it with the proxy 3 racks to give us that nice queso ending. He heard that I wanted nachos earlier, and he said, here's the cheese for your nachos. You know, it's that garbage 7-Eleven cheese. That's the build. You just on your nachos, put some chili on it too, you know. Delicious. Thank you, ByuN. Means so much to me that you would give me that.